I stream live on twitch.tv/learnbeforepharm. You can come join me there. I'm going to be streaming about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on a little bit early today. But that, at the moment, is the goal for the new stream time. So we're going to give it a run, see how it goes. Hopefully, you'll be able to come join me. Okay, I'm going to work on I got to turn my volume down on my phone. I'm going to work on making some more octopi today, like this guy over here we made last time. Oh, I have to... Scoot in my chair. Sorry for the earthquake. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have half of a month until I start my new job. And it's so far away. Like, I have this fear that, you know, before I start the job, they're going to be like, you know what, never mind, and then I'm going to be devastated. And 2. I am going to make a couple more red ones, but then I'll make some other color ones here. Since these are mostly for the red wings, I wanted to make more red ones. I just realized my whisper's in the way. Grumpy Skittles, hello, how's it going? Where are we we go. Gotta just move my boxes around a little bit. And there, oh, no, not quite. There, now we should be good. Okay. How's it going? I'm trying out my new stream time. This is about going to be the time that I will have available once I start my new job. So I thought I'd start streaming around that time to get in the groove of things, you know. It's about 5:30 EST at the moment, in case you're not in EST, just so you know. Oh, actually, I didn't want to move that yet. Didn't want to move that yet. So you're gonna start streaming now too, huh? How's it? Have you done a test run so far? Has it worked yet? How are you? I'm doing good. How are you been? Got our roof patched up today. Got the lawn mowed. Did some cleaning. Got some stuff organized in the house. Pretty good. Pretty good day. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you not hear me? It says my mic isn't muted. Crochet cam properties. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing. Hello. Hi, can you hear me? Question mark. Apparently my mic isn't working. It says it's on. You sound robotic. Oh crap. Text. Properties. Crochet cam properties. Disable. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? How about now? My mic is actually in my camera. Oh, here. That's better? Okay. So Grumpy can't hear me. It might be on your end then, Grumpy, because everything looks okay on my side. Huh. I'm sorry, Grumpy. Or Skittles, I should say. Either one. You still can't. Well, let me see if I can pull up the stream on my phone here real quick. Which, at least then I'll be able to find out if I can hear me or not. So, testing, testing. Can I hear? Oh, now my phone's going to be dumb and not be able to load Twitch. Of course. Of course. Where's my Twitter? Twitter. Dun 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 dun. CKI, hello. Well, thank you for the host. I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on just a second here. Let's see if I can find the. Well, I was hoping to find my link really easy, but apparently I can't. So we want twitch.tv/. So let's see if I can hear it now. Can do. Waiting for it to load. Testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Let's see here. Okay, well, I can hear it on my Twitch app. Skittles. Here. Okay, so it's on Skittles' end because if my Sakura Minty and I can hear me, then it's only me. Unclick edit scene so I don't accidentally do anything. Sorry about that. Oh, that is a bummer. That's also the other bummer with technology is what you working on. I'm working on another octopus, just like this one. It's gonna be another one of these guys. So how does commission work? You can message me through Twitch or through my Etsy. We discuss what specifically you're looking for. Work out a price that we both agree on. I then make a custom listing on my Etsy shop. Once you purchase the item, then I start working on it. Unfortunately, I've got burned too many times of making something before getting paid and then not getting paid, and then I have this item that's specific that nobody else wants to buy that I'm stuck with, and unfortunately, so I make sure I get the money up front from now on. But you go through Etsy for the whole listing thing, which is explanation point. Oh, there we go. So that's my Etsy shop link. You can go to the link, go to my shop, and then there's a button for I accept commissions. You can also message me, direct message me through Etsy. You can direct message me through Twitch, but I prefer to go through Etsy. Do you want to voice chat through Discord while I stream too? Oh, no thank you, Skittles. I don't have all that set up right now. Oh, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more row. Plus, I'd like to check out your stream, and let me follow you, by the way, before I forget. I'd like to check out your stream and all that fun stuff. So I'll catch a VOD later if you're still not streaming by the time I'm done. I've done tons of commissions. Actually, though, those elephant that just showed up in past projects, which I had never made an elephant until someone had wanted an elephant as a commission. And then, you know, then after I figured out how to make an elephant, then I ended up making a ton of elephants. I do tend to make new stuff like that in batches. 5. Ooh, sorry. Adam Corey, your name sounds familiar. Have I seen you in someone else's channel? Because that name sounds very familiar to me for some reason. Depends on what channels you watch. Um, Lethal Frag, Ezekiel, uh, Richard Hammer, or maybe you see me in your channel. Oh, that's entirely possible. Cobalt Streak. Oh God, there's so many. Sometimes, Carnage. You rarely watch Ezekiel. Must have seen you in my channel then before. Carnage probably? Okay. Gosh, there's so many anymore. Sometimes we watch Tim the Tatman, sometimes we watch Lyric, although I don't tend to watch the chat in the really big channels just because it's going by too quick and they're not always super friendly, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to yell at my husband for being loud here in a minute. Like, shush, I'm streaming. You've never seen Lyric? Lyric's funny. He is very funny. But he's sometimes crass and swears a lot. A lot. Oh my God, he swears a lot. He is funny though. He's doing oh, what's it called? Grand Theft Auto 5 RP, which is like a mod, I guess, for Grand Theft Auto 5. And that's been hilarious. Yeah, he's huge. Um, the Grand Theft Auto RP is very funny. If you don't feel like, you know, watching all of his stuff, see if you can find a couple funny of the clips of the RP on YouTube or something. Oh my God, they're hilarious. But like Carnage and Tim the Tatman are like my morning stream guys. Lethal Frag and Richard Hammer are my night stream guys. Cobalt Streak somewhere in the middle. And then I end up watching lots of League of Legends because my husband loves League of Legends, so I get stuck watching that a lot too. I don't particularly care for League of Legends myself. But I guess it's better than watching, you know, like baseball. Oh, another one who's funny that I love is Bikeman. I love Bikeman. He's so hilarious. Okay. Bean time. Yeah, Lyric's pretty big right now. Summit and Tim, though, are getting pretty up there. Bikeman and Maximilian are the same people. I haven't heard of Maximilian. Kind of an escapee. For the octopus, I use beans because the octopus need to be throwable. All my other stuffed animals, I use fiberfill, which is basically the kind of stuffing they put in like some pillows and stuff like that. But the octopus are for Detroit Red Wings games. So they need to be beans so that you can throw them. If you're not familiar with hockey, or fighter-esque games with the play stick box. Oh, okay. Like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you're not familiar with hockey, the Detroit Red Wings have a tradition of throwing octopus onto the ice during a game, usually the playoffs. Oh, you are familiar. Because nobody was watching, so you're just gonna hang out here. Oh, Grumpy Skittles, you can't just stop streaming because nobody's watching. Um, Unfortunately, the first little bit, it takes a while. Uh, you have to just keep talking even though nobody's there because people might pop in for 5 or so minutes, and if it seems like super boring and no one's talking, then they won't keep watching. Um, so that's why sometimes if you pop in and there's nobody streaming, or I mean nobody watching, I'll still be talking and telling stories to myself just so that, you know, you're still talking. Plus then you get in the habit of continuing to talk the whole time. Yes, Grumpy just started streaming. So don't give up. It takes a little while. Oh, you stream for 2.5 hours? Yeah, I usually go about 4 just because after 4 hours I start getting tired of crocheting. But okay. I didn't know you were already streaming. Sorry about that. I thought you just started like right before I got on. Oh, come on. Here we go. Got fuzz on my lamp. 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21. Was I? Oh, I was talking about hockey. Plus, you don't have anything fun to work on either. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, oh, you can just do what I do, and when you don't have anything on commission, start building up stock like you're gonna have a craft show. So whenever I don't have any commissions open at the time, like right now I don't, I just work on generic things that I can sell at a craft show. Lost my train of thought again. I was talking about hockey. The Detroit Red Wings, they throw an octopus on the ice, and normally they throw an actual animal, not stuffed animals. Um, but I thought it'd be cool to make little beanbag octopus so that you could throw it. Cause like the fluff is way light. Like you could throw it as hard as you could, and you still might not make it just because there's no heft to it. But these are got some heft to it, so you could throw it and go pretty good. Oh, looks like I got a conversation on Etsy. I'll have to check that later. Thank you though. Sent a commission to your Etsy. Okay, yeah, I just got the alert on my phone. I'll check that when the stream's over. Unless you want to talk business through the stream. Most people don't, and I don't blame you if you don't. But if you do want to talk business through the stream, that's fine too. Oh my God, I just realized I forgot to put an item in the Batman again. You don't mind? Oh, okay, well then what kind of commission are you looking for? I can check it too real quick. Oh, Oh, I thought I was tangled. I'm not tangled. I'm good. I forgot to put an item in the Batman, you guys. What can I put in here real quick? Hmm. There you go. That works. You touched a photo of artwork. Okay. Forgot to put an item in the Batman. I always put an item in the Batman, and then throughout the stream we'll play a game of what's in the Batman. Oh, a Totoro! I love Totoro. Oh, I would love to make one of those just because I want one. Okay, definitely going to want to work on that. How big of a size are you looking for? Because size is what dictates usually the cost of material wise and all that fun stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Peppercorn, peppercorn, stop it. Stop it. You gotta get in the pet bed. Get in the pet bed. I got the heating pad on for you. Come on, you know you want to. There we go. We have a cat on the cat cam, and he's gone. I tried, you guys. As long as all three are size different to each other. Yes, that totally makes sense. 2, 3. Oh, he's in the bed. Yay, we have a cat in the cat bed, guys. I'm just trying to think of the different stuff I have and different sizes I have. Like, did you want them to be like stuffed animals? Like, did you want the little one to be like little handheld size and then go up from there? Or did you want like big ones? So I got lots of little stuff around here. Got him. Where's my, oh, my mini me. Oh, part of the reach. Oh, there we go. I got my mini me. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So the little one to be little, well, to be my handheld. I call these my handheld size because you know they're in your hand. They fit. You want the black mage? Or you want this one? This one's a mini me. Nuka, Nuka DeLuca also streams, but he's also one of my viewers. He made me as a character in his video game, so then I made a character of his character of me. You're kidding, but you'd love to. The little black mage is hollow. He doesn't have stuffing right here, so I kind of save money there. There's only stuffing in the actual head. There's no stuffing anywhere else, which makes him cheaper. Because surprisingly, the stuffing is the most expensive thing. Like all the yarn that I use to make, like, say, a giraffe, the yarn and the plastic eyes and everything combined cost less than the cost of stuffing that it takes me to fill up the stupid stuffing. You would think the yarn would be most, but it's not. But I need some money. I'm sorry, Grumpy Skittles. Yeah, it's the stuffing is expensive, and stuffing's gotten more expensive since I've been doing this, I don't know, like 7 years. And stuffing has gone up noticeably in those 7 years. Yarn has too, actually, because it used to be like $3 for a skein, and now it's $4 for a skein. And I know it's like, oh, it only went up $1. Yeah, but that's also 25%. Stuff doesn't go up 25% every 5 to 6 years. But whatever. It's me getting old lady and complaining up in here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. Hobbies are expensive. The cool thing about this hobby, at the very least, is that it pays for itself as long as I do okay. You know, like it pays for me to make the item itself, and then it pays for me to, do stuff for me too, which is nice. But yeah, I know people with hobbies that are not so cheap. My husband and his friend do the little miniature things where they build and assemble and paint these tiny little army dudes and little tanks and little houses, and that's an extremely expensive hobby. We got a couple $1,000s of tiny ass army men up in our other bedroom. Ways that get paid eventually turn into a job, which takes the fun away. Yeah, that's why this is mostly my side job. I do have a full-time, well, I will have a full-time job here soon. I'm currently technically unemployed. I did just get a job though, and it starts the 30th. I'm extremely excited about that, by the way. But no, I'm not doing this full time. I don't think I could make stuff fast enough to make a living off of it. Without charging a ridiculous amount per item. Because really, generally speaking, and I've said this on stream multiple times, I probably make about $4 an hour, like personally. I make $4 an hour. And then the rest of the money is just for the cost of the materials to make the thing. So I know going into it, I'm not making money, like to make a living. It's basically just my fun money. Any money I make I call it my yarn money. Any money I make off my yarn money goes to buying more yarn and, some fun things. Like I bought myself one of those Amazon dots with yarn money. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Thank you for the good luck wishes. 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I am very excited about the job. I've been unemployed since the beginning of last month, which is unusual for me. I've maintained a full-time job my entire adult life. So this has been a very surreal experience. And I've always had money in savings. I've always wanted to have, like 2 or 3 months worth of bills in savings in the event something like this happened, hoping that I would never have to use it. And, here I had to use it. You had the possibility of being unemployed. Yes, it's extremely scary. I had money in savings. I had a couple family members who were willing to help out a little bit. My husband did some work for his friend. His friend owns a business, so he's been helping his friend out. And really, his friend's helping us out by letting him work there part-time. And, really, it'll only be 2 months total, so that's not that bad. I know people that have been unemployed a lot longer than that. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for serious since January this year. Total, I've been streaming off and on, kind of as a hobby, for over a year. Over a year in January, so now it's like a year and a half. Which you can totally stream as a hobby. There's lots of streamers out there who do just stream part-time as a hobby for fun, to hang out, not because they're trying to make a living. And I totally recommend people try that first too. And, you know, I'm not even streaming to try to make a living or even make money off streaming. Mostly, I'm going to crochet anyway. I might as well hang out with some people, talk, you know, and maybe I'll get some tips. Not usually, though I don't very often. Mostly I get just someone to talk to. 5, plus maybe through Twitch, I'll get people who want to do custom orders. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, and I upload all the VODs to YouTube. I just like straight upload them. I don't edit them or anything. And I highly doubt someone's watching a 4-hour VOD of me. But, you know, it puts your name on the internet. So that, you know, when you do search, there's lots of hits or lots of traffic or whatever. What's the word? Lots of results. Lots of results. That's the word I'm looking for. I was thinking of making a podcast, though. What's your YouTube? Oh, God. If you type exclamation point YouTube in chat, I don't have a fancy, it's not like slash Sharon Before Pharm. It's like slash random ass letters and numbers that they assigned to me. I didn't get to pick. I don't know what I want to do. My Kaga band crashed and burned and exploded and debris hit me in the face. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got banned. Usually though, when your account gets banned, they don't let you come back. Or, if you can come back, maybe you can ask them to unban you. That was a year ago? Oh, okay. I don't know. The best I could tell you is maybe try to get a hold of some of your old followers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to get a hold of some of your old followers and say, hey, I got a new channel. Can you still get into the account? Like, can you still log into it? Maybe you can't stream from it, but you can still log into it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oops, got ahead of myself. No, it got disabled. Oh, okay. You always gotta get back up. Yeah. You know, hey, like I said, I was not expecting to be unemployed. I got fired unexpectedly. It was a surprise, believe me. Did not see it coming at all. Uh, Luckily, I had just really hard to get started again. I'm sorry. It is rough to start over. It is. I don't know what it's like to start over on Twitch, but I do know what it's like to start over in real life. At one point, I was homeless. In my very early 20s, my mom's an asshole, but we won't go there right now. I was homeless. She ruined my credit, so I couldn't even get like electricity or water turned on in my name. Ran up all kinds of debt in my name. Just huge mess. And some jobs will actually run a credit check. So like there was a whole bunch of jobs who wouldn't hire me. I couldn't get hired through Manpower because she had used my name to go to work. Like I basically had to I had to pay off all the debt that she'd racked up. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. But yeah, I was homeless. It sucked. I had to start over from scratch, which was, oh God, it was terrible. Cause I had always been a saver, so I had thousands of dollars in savings, and it was just all gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I don't know what it's like to start over on Twitch, but I do know what it's like to start over in real life, and it sucks, and I know. Believe me, it blows. But it can be done. It can be done. 18, 19, 20, 21. And then here I am now, you know, God, more than 10 years later. You joined the military and kind of feel like you took a step back instead of a step forward. Oh, yeah. Well, hats off to you for joining the military. I currently have a buddy who's in Syria at the moment, and I worry about him constantly. And every time Syria's on the news, I worry about him. So, hats off to our military men and women. I don't know that I could do it. And I was a little surprised. Lucky I'm in training squadron, so don't really get deployed. Oh, okay. I was a little surprised at I don't feel like they took care of him very well. And I probably shouldn't say this because he's still in the he's still over there or whatever. But like he came to visit one time, and I have a spare bed in the spare bedroom. I have a couch that's really comfy, and he spent the night. And we came downstairs in the morning, and he's sleeping underneath the dining room table with the table pushed up against the wall, and he's sleeping like against the wall underneath the table. And I was like, you okay? Like, and I don't know, obviously PTSD, but no diagnosis, no counseling, no nothing. It was like, I don't know, worried about him, that's all. Well, I realized you can learn to sleep anywhere. I just felt like I had a spare bedroom with a spare bed and a couch, and all those options were available. Why would you sleep on the floor under the table? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. He just said it felt safer, which, you know, I guess I get. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 20, 21. What is the pattern for the legs? I do a chain of 21, and then you put 2 single crochet stitches in each chain. And by putting 2 in each chain, it curls by itself, and that's what makes it curly. So, oh, there you go. In each chain, you just put 1 and 2 in the same chain, and it makes it curl by itself. If you squeeze more in there, like if you squeeze 3 single crochets in there, it'll make it an even tighter curl. And the curling thing works with half doubles or double crochets also. But since the stitches are so much longer, especially the double crochet, you might have to put 3 in to make it really nice and curly. I don't know, I'd have to science it and play around a little bit to be sure. Make a doll with hair out of those. Oh yeah, that would make very curly hair. That would work. I can scoot you over now. this kind of hair for a doll takes forever. Oh my god. Because it's not just all the way around. I do it in layers throughout everywhere too, so that, you know, there's no holes and stuff. That takes forever though. Oh, my mouse is getting in my way here. There we go. Pick one of those squids to do a crochet along. There you go. They're not squids, they're octopus because, or octopi, because mine have got 8 legs for the Detroit Red Wings. In my mind, they're the same thing. Yes, one has, it's like turtle and tortoise. People sometimes use them interchangeably, but they are 2 different things. Like crocodile and alligator. People sometimes use them interchangeably, but they are 2 different animals. I don't want to get close enough to one to be able to tell the difference. Pegman, how's it going? We're making an octopus right now to throw on the ice at a Red Wings game. Is hockey still going? The playoffs are currently on. The Red Wings are not still in it. But it's not the Stanley Cup yet. I do know that. Or at least it wasn't as of last weekend. I kind of stop keeping track once the Red Wings aren't in it anymore. In June, I'll be all like, who won the Stanley Cup this year? You figured they finish in like March? I think the season is mostly over in March, but then the playoffs go on until June. You don't watch sports? Yeah, hockey's the only sport, and actually we don't watch sports anymore because we don't have cable anymore. But hockey's the only one I keep up on still. I don't really care for other sports. So hockey isn't in my blood. Yeah, it's not really in my blood. I'm not like super attached. I used to be, but since we got rid of cable, we haven't been able to watch. So it's been a lot harder to keep up. And at first, when we first made the switch to no cable, I really, really missed the games a lot. And then after a while, I didn't miss them as much. I still like to keep track on, you know, did they make it in the playoffs and stuff. And every once in a while I'll watch the highlights of a game, like on their website. They post the highlights, but they don't post the whole game. But yeah, I don't really like watch it anymore. Your dad likes football? I never really got into football. Which is funny because I had a lot of uncles growing up. But none of them were really into sports, which in retrospect is kind of funny that because my mom has 9 brothers, and out of 9 brothers, none of them got into sports. You hate football? It's so boring. Yeah. Oh, anything's boring if you don't have an interest in it. Like my husband loves League of Legends and watches the LCS and the right now the MSI is going on, and I have little to no interest. I have no interest in League of Legends. So me watching it is like, oh my God, do we have to watch this? But he's super interested. I mean, like anything's anything's boring if you have no interest in it. 9 brothers, yeah, she was the only girl, which is probably why she's crazy. But I'm sorry, I bash my mom a lot on this channel. Most mothers, I realize, are awesome, amazing human beings who deserve way more credit than they receive. Speaking of which, tomorrow's Mother's Day, so if you have a mother that you love in your life, um, don't forget to give her a phone call. Uh, because my mother's crazy, I usually use Mother's Day as an excuse to thank other women in my life who have been wonderful. When I was in high school, I used to write cards out for like my female teachers that were always really good to me, or my high school counselor, um, my lunch lady, I would write letters to, uh, because I might not have had a real mother, but I did have women in my life who were wonderful and helpful. You sent flowers to your mom? Oh, good. So I might not be able to celebrate real Mother's Day. Although I got my mother-in-law now, and we do celebrate real Mother's Day with her. She's really cool. I like my mother-in-law. I know most people make jokes about not liking their mother-in-law, but I do really like my mother-in-law. She's pretty awesome. And I do uncurl the leggies a little bit here. Okay, there's one down. Make a couple more. I guess I'll make 2 red ones and then I'll start making some other colors. Oops. Got sidetracked. I was thinking. Five, six. The pink one. I actually have a yarn set aside that I'm going to use already with eyelashes. Not sure how to make eyelashes. I guess I could just like paint little thingies on them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish the paint didn't take so long to dry. The paint takes a ridiculous amount of time to dry. It says on the bottle 4 hours, and it's probably that whole entire 4 hours. Oh, come on. More like 4 years. Well, it's a long time, especially for me to. Yeah, this is called puff paint. This paint that I use on the eyes and the mouth for this guy here. And it takes like 4 hours to dry, which is a really long time when I gotta dedicate table space for 4 hours, you know? Like, oh my gosh, that's a long time for me to dedicate table space for 4 hours. And I've got cats, so that's also 4 hours I gotta babysit to make sure the cats don't get up there. Actually, if it wasn't for the cats, I probably wouldn't care as much, but honestly, it's the cats. They're really good at not touching the yarn as far as like playing with it or destroying it, but they do like stick their nose in everything and sniff it. And so there'll be like a cat nose print in something or a paw print in something if I don't babysit them. It would be a catastrophe. It would. And Lord knows it wouldn't be the first one. Or probably the last at this point. But look at him all cute and adorable on the cat cam. You'd never know he's a little troublemaker. That's my husband yelling in the background playing video games, by the way, if you can hear him. I'm not sure how much the sound is traveling. Be right back, gotta cook dinner. Alrighty. Looks more comfortable than you will ever be. Oh man, you should have seen my other cat. Because I got a heating pad underneath. Very little. Okay, good. Because I'm actually not in a room and like a bedroom. I'm in the living room. I have the whole entire living room as my craft and computer and all that area. Well, technically the living room. Anyway, so I don't have a door. Like I can't close a door. So sometimes sound travels. Oh, but anyway, you should have seen my cat Jax. I got a heating pad underneath that bed, and the first day I put the heating pad underneath there, my cat Jax was lying flat on his back with all four legs spread eagle, like he was just in heaven. Oh my God, it was. I should have took a picture. It's on stream somewhere, but oh my God, it was. It would have made an amazing picture. Hmm. Oop, oop, oop. Almost missed a stitch there. So you say you're a Southern boy. Where are you from? I lived in Tennessee for like 9 months when I was in ninth grade, something like that. We moved around a lot. Georgia. I've never lived in Georgia. Lived in Kentucky, Tennessee. Kentucky was very short and I was young, so I don't really remember that one. Florida, Texas for like a minute. You've lived there for 22 years? Oh, so you've been there a long time. Currently in Texas. I got to visit Texas this year. We went and visited Austin for a weekend. It was really pretty. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. It was a fun weekend. Driving through Georgia takes forever, though. Oh my God. We've driven to Florida a couple of different times, and going through Georgia is always like, oh my God, are we done with Georgia yet? McDevitt Center, Texas. There's nonstop windy. I didn't know there was wind. You didn't know what wind is until you came here. Oh man. We live in Michigan, and we're try driving Texas 12 hours. Yeah, I've never driven through Texas. That's for sure. What was I saying? Oh, where we live, um, is not really windy. Like even windy days are like very rare or not that often. Um, my mother-in-law lives I want to say like 45 minutes ish north of us, and it is crazy windy over there. Crazy windy. Like you're afraid you're gonna blow away sometimes. Like it's only, 40 miles or something like that. That's a huge difference. Yeah, my mom, we moved a lot growing up, and whenever we moved, we'd almost always moved north and south. 50 plus sometimes. Wow. 15 knot winds every night. That's crazy. That is a lot of wind. Yeah, not hardly any wind where I live. But we do have a lot of trees in this town. I'm sure that probably helps a little bit too. A lot of trees in this town. Which I do like. I like that there's a lot of trees. It's very pretty. Trying to grow roots on concrete ain't happening. Yeah. Although roots can break up some concrete. Oh my gosh. We were looking at this one house to buy uh, before we got this one. And there was a tree planted in the front yard. Really big, beautiful tree. Um, but the roots had gone out and completely destroyed the sidewalk all the way down the whole front of just the sidewalk was destroyed. And there's no way you're fixing that sidewalk um, with all the tree roots there unless you want your sidewalk to be like wavy or something. Only trees we have is mesquite. Four. Yeah, it was a beautiful tree though. My husband's childhood house that he grew up in that house his whole life. He didn't move out till we got together. Um, the trunk of that tree was as big around as my car, and I had to escort. I mean, it was a big freaking tree. And that tree, like, they couldn't grow anything in their backyard because it was just all shade. The tree took up the majority of the backyard. Beautiful tree, though. I love trees, if you can't tell. Big old beautiful tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ever heard of the Auburn, God, what's it called? Turner corn or something trees that's got poisoned a few years back? I've seen those. Heard of the Auburn. Hmm. I know we had problems with trees that got turned poison a few years back. No, I know we've had problems with ash trees. Is the only thing I've heard of. Um, where there's like this certain kind of moth or something that isn't from the area. Or moth, it's some kind of bug anyway. But it's destroying specifically the ash trees. Tumor's Corner. Nope, haven't heard of that one. I'll have to Google that one. But it's destroying all the ash trees in the area. I don't have any big trees in my yard here, which is a bummer. We got some trees starting. There'll be big trees, in like 10, 20 years. Not so much at the moment. If Auburn, when Auburn beat Alabama, poison the trees out of spite. Aww. Aw, that's sad. Why would you poison trees? That's just uncalled for. Oh, that is sad. That's a stupid reason to kill anything. I have heard that. I was actually living in Knoxville, Tennessee when the Tennessee Vols won something. I don't know what they won. I'm sorry. I apologize. I never really followed football. Um, but the people, the fans went down onto the field and they tore down the goalpost, which I had never ever heard of before. Uh, and I remember I was in high school at the time. Uh, one of my teachers this year, no, I want to say it was like 1999, 98 or 99. I was in freshman in high school. Uh, or was it 99, 2000? God, when was that? It had to be 89, 99. Um, but my teacher came in the next day with a chunk of goalpost in a big old jar. They had Peyton Manning then? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know hardly anything about football. But that's when I realized how big football was down there. Yeah, none of my uncles were into sports. They're all into hunting, which I know you can be into hunting and sports, but they were just never had any. They never watched sports, so I never watched sports growing up. I only got into hockey because my husband was into hockey, and hockey is huge here. Um, we're not in Detroit. We're like an hour north of Detroit, but it's huge in Detroit. It's close. He then retired. I've heard the name Peyton Manning before. The name sounds familiar. I don't have cable anymore. I haven't had cable in years. Uh, we got rid of cable years ago. And we got rid of it because we never watched it. Other than chicken. Nationwide theme Parmesan chicken is so good. Or chicken Parmesan is so good. Why did I read it backwards twice? Nope. Sorry. Don't watch ads. Netflix and Twitch are our TV. And now we have the Amazon Prime, so we don't get any commercials on Twitch. But even before, Twitch was mostly video game commercials or, like computer game or computer commercials and stuff like that. Papa John's, he bought a Papa John's chain in Colorado after marijuana was legal. Man, we don't have a Papa John's anymore in our town, and we used to, and I loved it. I was so sad when they went out of business. Uh, and now it's like a Jimmy John's. Which, Jimmy John's is fine, but I miss Papa John's. At least they stuck with the Johns, right? You prefer Little Caesars? We mostly go to Hungry Howie's, and it's because it's 2 blocks from our house. It's really hard to argue with that. But yeah, we're kind of spoiled with that being so close to our house that we almost always go to Hungry Howie's. And back at our old house, we went to Pizza Hut all the time because Pizza Hut was a block away from our house. which I didn't realize until just now. We never heard of one of those. Well, it's a pizza place. Hungry Howie's. They do flavored crusts, but we always only ever get the garlic crust. They have something like 22 different flavors of crust you can get, and we always get the same one. It's good. I like them. Ever heard of Chick-fil-A? I have heard of a Chick-fil-A, but that's only because I used to live in the South. We do not have any up here. I did love those places, though. They were delicious and cheap, and that's fabulous. I've heard of a ton of places because we moved around so much. Like, Jack in the Box? No Jack in the Box is up here. You thought they were nationwide? Yeah, they're not. I wish they were, because I want one. Zaxby's? Yep, we don't have one of those. And we have Meijer, which is kind of like Walmart, which Meijer isn't nationwide, which I didn't realize right away, because like the first several states we lived in had a Meijer or a Walmart, so I just figured you either had one or the other. And then as I got older, then I realized, oh yeah, they're only in a few states. Yeah, a Jack in the Box is like burgers and fries and stuff. Uh, I've only ever been there a couple of times. I would compare it probably to Wendy's. Whataburger is here. Don't have one of those, that's for sure. 4, 6, 12, 13, 14, 16, 20, 21. We have a Kroger's, but we don't have a Publix. There's 5 to 7 lurkers at all times. This is a pretty lurk heavy stream, and that's fine. Because I'm pretty mellow. Crocheting is very hypnotizing to watch, I'm told. Been told multiple times. It's very hypnotizing to watch. So I think people come just to hang out and lurk and relax, which is fine. That's mostly what I do when I watch Twitch is I lurk the vast majority of the time. There's a couple channels I talk in. But for the most part, I don't really talk in other people's channels. Like, I'll pop in and say hi, and then, I'll lurk for 2 hours. 4, 5, 6. Knitaholic, hello. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I usually do. Yep. 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Knitaholic is hosting me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We're working on octopi, by the way. Knitaholic. Although the cool thing about having tiny channels like this, and I don't have a ton of viewers, is I do get to have, one-on-one or maybe even like, 2 or 3 conversations with people. And people don't feel left out because I can pretty much read every single line of chat. Where some of those other channels, man, there's just no way. Like, I'm a big fan of Lethal Frag. He's got a pretty mellow chat, but it's just, you can't keep up sometimes, you know? There's just so many people talking, and there'll be like multiple different conversations going on within the chat. It's just really hard to keep track of everything all at the same time. Would you, like subscriber chat and you still can't keep up? Yes. Like I think it's Lyric does subscriber only, and his chat is just flying by, absolutely flying by. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21. Hopefully I'll be able to accept subscribers pretty soon. I did make it into the affiliate program, but they haven't released the sub thing yet. And mostly I'm excited about the sub thing because I want emotes. I have tons of ideas for awesome emotes. All yarn or yarn related, of course. And, you know, cat related. Because there's going to have to be at least one cat emote in there somewhere. Who's truly trying to get partnership to 100 people each stream? Yeah, I'm not super worried about getting partnered. But I did get the affiliate, which is good enough for me right now. I don't think that there's just not as many people watching creative as there are watching the video game section. But yeah, I don't see myself getting partnered anytime soon. I mean, unless something drastically changes. 10, 11, 12, 13, 19, 20, 21. But with the affiliate, I can accept bits. You should somehow where people branch out other types of viewership. Yeah, and they're trying that. They're trying that with the creative. The creative section's been out a year now. Um, the IRL channel that they made for people. But do they have a creative channel on the homepage ever? Very rarely, not very often. And I think they're trying to evolve it a little bit, and I think that's what they're doing with the Carl Sagan thing and the Power Rangers thing, and pretty soon coming up it's going to be Mr. Rogers. So I think they're trying to, I don't know, stretch the viewership to other genres a little bit. But they've been so focused on video games for so long, you know, it's probably hard to move that train. All of the people that are here and have been here for a while, Mr. Rogers, Power Rangers, my childhood. Exactly. All the people that have been here for a while have been here for the video games, you know? So they have to go out and get, you know, new people to watch and whatnot. I was actually approached by someone who did something similar to Twitch, but it was exclusively creative people streaming, and people going to that website specifically to watch creative people. And I didn't go there, mostly because it's newer, so it's not going to have the sheer number of viewers. But like I've been on Twitch already, and a lot of my stuff is video game related, like, you know, my little black mage and my little other mage character that my person made me, and I've got tons of nerd stuff. 8, 12, 13, 16, 19, 20, 21. So I feel like even if I did get big on that guy's channel, or that guy's whatever he had going on, it would still be, I'd be the nerd amongst all the creative people. Or at least this way, I'm the creative person amongst the nerds. If that makes any sense at all. I do wish creative had a section like within creative split up a little bit more. Because when you click on creative, there's everybody. There's the food and the Lamono Doki has joined the Yarn Stash. Welcome, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Just type a hobby on the homepage on any time. Yeah, I wish they could split it up a little bit. Oh yeah, my goal is a new lamp. Cause this lamp is just not working for me. I got some reflection off of Batman and whatnot. It randomly chooses a channel in that subgroup. Yeah, that would probably work. But I mean, like, I wish you could click on creative, and then once in creative could go to crochet specifically, or food specifically, or the art, because there's art. There's people that are doing painting, people that are doing drawing, people that are doing Copic markers, people that are doing digital art. Like, I wish they could split it up a little better, you know? He's still trying to get my attention. He's sitting directly behind my chair. Oh, can I move? Can you? Yeah. Directly behind my chair here, trying to get attention. He's being adorable about it. Look at him. Oh my gosh, Peppercorn. Can you please go sit in the bed? We want you to be on camera. And he's gone. Oh. Dogs are adorable. Cats are always scheming. Mine's always trying to get attention. That cat currently on camera is Peppercorn. And he is my baby cat, where he always wants to be on me, always wants to be cuddled, always wants to be sitting on my lap, always wants me to carry him around. I mean, he's worse than like one of those little needy chihuahuas. Uh, and I'm not sure why he's so needy, because he didn't used to always be this way. This started, oh God, end of last year maybe this started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, Peppercorn always wants attention. He also doesn't like it when other people give me attention. Like, if my husband's sitting too close to me on the couch, he'll give my husband dirty looks. If I'm petting one of the other cats, Peppercorn will give me dirty looks. Like, why are you touching that cat? Cushiony. Yes, and what I'm like, it's new because I mean he's not like a kitten. He's 8 or 9 years old. So for this all of a sudden to start happening, 6 months ago or whatever it was, well, more than 6 months ago now. I just don't understand why he's so needy all of a sudden. They're getting something he's not. Yes. Five, 6. And 12, 13, 21. He's a good kitty though. He really is. So it's going to be 18 hours, but you're not really sleepy. Aw. That does suck when you're not really sleepy and have to try to force yourself to go to sleep. It's really bad when you're like, okay, if I go to sleep right now, I can wake up in 4 hours and then go to work. That always sucks. It's like, durr, what is sleep? Oh, yeah, meds will do that. That's for sure. Especially if they're new ones. I was on Adderall for like 4 weeks tops. Uh, and I didn't eat and I didn't hardly sleep at all. And I was like, yeah, this isn't working for me. I mean, I'm getting stuff done because I'm not sleeping or eating, but 4 a.m. So it's not necessarily new to me. Ah, yes. My old job was 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. 6, 7, one more leggy. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate them. Yay! I have bits in my cup. I'm so excited. You have Ambien, but it doesn't really do anything. Aw. 10. You slept for 12 hours last night, first time in months. Wow. You currently work. Yeah, that's I did work that shift for a little while, and then I went to 12s. And I liked the 12s because it meant I had more days off per week. But it meant when I had a day off, like I'd work 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. And then I'd have the whole, like say I'd have the whole next day off. I'd be so excited to have the day off. I wouldn't go to sleep right away when I got home. And then it would be sunshine. I'm like, well, I don't want to go to bed. It's sunshine. I never get to see sunshine. I want to enjoy the sunshine. Next thing you know, I was awake for 24 hours straight. And then so I'm exhausted. So then I fall asleep and I would completely flip my schedule, my sleep schedule. Oh my God. Not good. So the 12 hours didn't really work for me in the long run. But still Monday through Friday. So you have to work 5 12s? Oh no, that's not good. We worked 3 12s. Uh, and then you could pick up more if you wanted overtime. Uh, and every 4 weeks, weekend duty. We have to work every other weekend. But that seems to be pretty typical healthcare every other weekend. Overtime in the military. I guess if you're in the military, uh, yeah, you don't really get pay, so you don't really get overtime pay, do you? I'm not sure how that works, to be honest. Like, I know my buddy in the service got money, but it's salary based. Okay, yeah, he would get he'd tell me at one point he was in like combat situations and stuff like that. Uh, he'd be awake for like 24, 48 hours just straight. Because even if you do get a chance to relax, you can't really fall asleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I remember him taking a test for sergeant, I think it was. I don't know, don't quote me on that because I don't remember all the different ranks. Um, but I do remember him taking tests to get higher ranks and whatnot. And they have a blue crystal that becomes liquefied with water. Basically watered down cocaine. Holy crap. You start testing at sergeant? So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was sergeant. And they only take the blue stuff on deployments. Wow. That sounds almost like science fiction-y. I didn't know they did that. +12 hours at a time, yeah. Look at Peppercorn being cute over there, rolling around. I've had lots of uncles in the military, but they were all in different military. One uncle was in the Army, one was in the Marines, one was in the Navy. Another one was in the Army. Let's see, it was Army, Marines, didn't go, Navy, Army. God, was that all of them? Can I go back to being and rolling around? All right, rolling around on the carpet playing with your toes. Weren't those the days to Air Force when they were founded? Oh, cool. I had nobody in the Air Force. I think it was mostly Navy and Army, then one Marine. I think that's what it was. And my friends in the Army. He wanted to get in the Marines. Did you miss the Batman game? No, you didn't, actually. Actually, I don't think I gave a clue yet. I guess the clue will be is that it's a school supply. Did I miss the Batman? No. He was on the same boat that had the Enola Gay. I don't know what the Enola Gay is. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, yawn. Ah, gotcha. Those I have heard of. Fat Boy Skinny Man on Japan. Yep. The nukes on Japan. That's some history right there. I used to work in a nursing home and had a ton of World War II vets and stuff like that. And then I noticed we started getting more like Vietnam vets and stuff. Like, wow, like I've worked here long enough to work my way through wars. They weren't allowed to be within 500 feet of it while it was on the boat. Wow. Yeah, I believe that. They were very secretive of that thing. I read the biographies, or I don't know if they're memoirs. I don't know. Anyway, of Richard Feynman, which are funny reads, by the way. Um, if you're into reading, I'd give him a go. You're back. Welcome back, Grumpy Skittles. I actually got my wrist broken by a resident who was in World War II and was having a flashback. He thought I was Japanese or something. I don't know what he thought I was. But Iraq, hey, that's work out together. Truly puts it in perspective. Yeah. For me, what really hit it home is the residents get to pick the music at the nursing home. And forever and ever and ever, it was always like big band and Elvis and like Frank Sinatra, a lot of Frank Sinatra, some Johnny Cash, stuff like that. And then it started being the Beatles and um, more newer, older music. And when the Beatles started showing up, I was like, oh, thank God, finally. I was an occupational therapist and worked with a gentleman that was at D-Day. Wow. What should I make for my stream? I want to make something cute or fun or something. Well, you could make a little octopus. They're really easy. It's basically a circle and some legs. Um, Lauren Bender, oh hi, what have I missed? We've been talking about all kinds of stuff. I'm working on octopus at the moment. Um, talking about the different wars. How big do you increase the circle? I go to 3 single crochets, and then the fourth one is 2. So 1, 1, 1, and then 2. 1, 1, 1, and then 2. 1, 1, 1, and then 2. If you can make Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, then you are a champ, Grumpy. There you go, make a Sephiroth. I could probably try to make one. I'd have to look at a picture of him, though. It's been a while. I know he's got white hair. But you do that, that 1, 1, 1, and 2 6 times total in the circle. But when I don't know what to make, I usually make little stuffed animals. Also, like I said, keychains. What's with the new time slot? White hair wig, just weird in all different places. Oh yeah, you haven't been here in a while, Lauren. I got fired from my job. It was extremely unexpected. Did not see it coming at all. Had a panic attack. Sephiroth happened. I had like 2 weeks of not wanting to get off the couch. Finally got off the couch, went to go look for a job. I got a new job, and my new job is going to be day shift, but it doesn't start until the 30th. No challenge, no gain. But the new job is going to be day shift, like 8:30 a.m.-ish to 4:30 p.m.-ish. It's a visiting nurse job, so it's not going to be set in stone because the length of the drive and all that is going to vary. But I figured I'll for sure be home by 6 p.m. So since I don't start my job until the 30th, I'm going to try to start streaming 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get myself in the time slot since I'm waiting for my new job. Three. Yes, I'm very excited about this job. 4, 5, and 6. The reason it's so long though to start is because I guess because I'll be working in people's homes, there's a lot more background check-idness going on. I had to do lots of drug tests, background checks. They're calling all of my references, all of my previous employers. Shame on my old job. Believe me, yes, shame on them because I got railroaded. I really did. Oh, thank you for the bits. I got more bits in my cup. Thank you. You want that yarn? This is Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and it's called Mexicana. And I love that it's rainbow colors. Military goes even more in depth. In depth with the getting railroaded, or what are we going? I lost my. We're having so many conversations. I lost my train of thought. Oh, job application, right? Oh, I'm sure it does. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, my friend wanted to go into the Marines first, but he didn't make it. And I've never had any job go this much into stuff, and the only thing I can think of is because it's visiting nurse, you're in their house is the only thing I can think of. Fingers and blood urine. Yeah, I got blood test, urine test. I got the swab in the mouth, the drug test, physical, background checks, fingerprinting. I mean, it's like the whole nine. Like, I've never had this in depth of an application process. But they did tell me I've already got the job. I just have to pass all the stuff. So I know I'm not on any drugs. I know my references all love me. So I know I got the job. I just, have to go through the process of doing all the stuff. Might not ever have to do it again. I hope so. I really like this job. Well, I haven't done it yet, but they let me do. Hold on, a window popped up. I gotta close this. They let me do a ride along, and I loved it. So hopefully I'll be here forever. It was Army Air Corps, then Air Force mechanic. 509th Bomb Wing Unit, knew all the guys involved in dropping the bombs. Hey, we were just talking about that. Ooh, I didn't do the windows right. I've got to fix this window now. Okay, there we go. Now it should be okay. Worst I have had is a background check for a telecommunications job. I think pretty much a lot of places anymore have some kind of background check. Brianna Harkey, hello. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Most retail here doesn't. Yeah, retail I would imagine probably not so much. Um, but I'm in healthcare, so everyone in healthcare does at least a little background check. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Whoop. Oh, lots of top secret stuff. Yes. I was saying earlier, I read the memoirs of Richard Feynman about inventing the bombs and all that. Uh, and it's actually a really good read. Is your BFF in real life? Aw. So you never get the top secret stuff. You will eventually, I'm sure. Or you're in the squadron that trains the other people. Are you currently in training or you train other people? I guess I might have read that wrong. I thought like you were currently in training. What was I on? Was that 3? I lost my count here. That was 3. Okay, so now I'm on to 4. Get trained. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So you never get to leave. Aw. Well, that's a bummer that you never get to leave. Or a good thing, depending on how you look at it. Um, I know I worry terribly when my friend's gone. But I told you that. 2, 3, and 4. You count it as a blessing? Yeah, my friend wanted to go. Like he was signing up for stuff to leave. Um, English please. He's in the group that trains pilots. So he'll be staying in America training other people that will then be going overseas. So he probably won't be getting deployed. He'll be staying here. 3. Pilots and train learn aircraft. Yeah, my one uncle was a mechanic that fixed jets and during the Gulf War. So he got to go. He was on the USS Kennedy in the Red Sea. I think it was the Red Sea. I don't know. Might not be the Red Sea, but I'm pretty sure it was the USS Kennedy. Um, uh, whatchamacallit, during the Gulf War. Learned that you have to do SEER. Not sure what's SCRE. Don't know what that is. Oh, by the way, guys, since I have a whole bunch of people in here, the clue for the Batman is that it's a school supply. What are you making? I'm making another octopus, like this one. This one's a done one. He's got his little face on already. But I'm going to make a bunch of them, and then I'm going to paint the faces on after. Pencil erase. Oh, it's eraser. Survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. Grumpy spammed answers and got it. Hold on. Oops, so let's plus Grumpy skills 20. There you go. Bonus gains for you. Congratulations. eraser from Staples. Basically, a capture broken down and must find a town. Yeah, I don't know that I would want to participate in that either. I do not blame you there. Bobbins. Oh, it's explanation points to find out how many skeins you have. Aren't you in Michigan? I am in Michigan. So kind of like that movie, Adam Corey. Oh God, what was the name of that movie? Was it The Recruit? It had Al Pacino in it. Hold me. This is Beatty and started throwing him through walls. Aww. An island in Michigan? That's cool. I know we've got a few islands. I told I had a friend to tell hey for me. My grandparents live there too. Cool. I don't remember the whole story, but he's in training for the FBI, I want to say, and he gets caught and tortured, and it's part of the school. I think it's not FBI, CIA, Mackinac Island. I've never been to Mackinac Island. I'm in Southeast Michigan, and Mackinac is a long ass drive. Like the farthest north I've ever been is Grayling, and that's like 4 or 5 hour drive away. But we do have lots of smaller islands around here. Grandparents live in Ionia? Oh, okay. But yeah, I wouldn't want to get tortured, that's for sure. Adam, changing subjects again. That would suck. I mean, even in the movie it was scary. And they didn't torture everyone in the movie, they just tortured him. And he was like, it got Colin Farrell. I don't remember the name of the actor, sorry. I'm not very good with actors' names. I'd have to Google it and see his picture. But he was like, it was just him getting tortured, and it was behind like one of those two-way mirrors. Uh, and so the whole class was watching him get tortured. Like, oh my God, that would be horrible. He is the recruit. Okay. It was horrible. It was a good movie, but oh my God, that would suck so bad on so many levels. Making it look sharp. Yeah. I've made hats with this yarn, and it spirals really good. He went on a mission with Charles Lindbergh once. He didn't even mention it till my daughter came home from elementary school talking about Amelia Earhart. Should have seen table when that story was told. Aww. Isn't it funny how they save up stories sometimes? I had a resident who worked in NASA. She was a black woman in NASA, and never once mentioned it. Took care of this one for years. Never once mentioned NASA or working at NASA until that movie came out. Hidden Figures, about the black woman that worked in NASA. And then she started bringing it up. And at first I didn't believe her because I was like, dude, I've taken care of you for years and you never once mentioned it. And then her daughter was like, no, yeah, she worked at NASA. She brought in a whole bunch of her pictures from when she was there and all this stuff. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. A fidget spinner? I want one of those fidget spinners. I really do. Oh, oh, oh. Is he taking the bait? Do I need to turn the heat back on? Let me turn the heat back on real quick. I got a heating pad underneath there. Make sure it's not plastic, they break easy. Okay. I've heard that there's higher quality and lower quality ones. Also, have you seen the fidget cube? I kind of want the fidget cube too. Oops, I went around one too many times. 5, 6, yep, went around one too many times. Got to talking, you guys distracted me. Came the torture. I want to. Oh my God, Adam, that would be terrifying. Yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to do that. He was naked running to town. I bet, man. Was he allowed to ask them for help? Like, I'm not sure what the rules are. Probably not, I'd imagine. So no, he turned it down. You don't believe so? I can't imagine you are allowed to, because I feel like that would be cheating. Because if you were like behind enemy lines when it happened, you couldn't trust anybody, you know? Aww. That's so sad that uh that he had to do that. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a purpose and a reason to all of it. Your father-in-law was a nuclear physicist at Los Alamos Labs back in the day? Wow. They can no longer do that. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I have a blanket that is sweatpants material and it is so warm. That is awesome. They can't curse or call you names anymore. That is funny. Should I stream again? Do you mean like today or do you mean like in general? In general, yes. Today, that's up to you. I know you said you already streamed for 2.5 hours. Like I said, I don't usually stream much more than 4 just because my hand starts hurting after a while crocheting straight through that way. I feel like we should have some kind of like bean joke or something when I fill the beans up. Anybody know any good bean puns? The advice, Grumpy Skittles, beans that I've heard over and over from multiple streamers is that if you're really trying to make it, set a time slot that's your time slot and be as consistent as possible. And I've been told that by many, many streamers that are now partnered. About three sisters, but it can be offensive. Well, we'll skip that joke then. Are you done already? Oh. Hey, can I have another pop, please? This one's running low.
Come over here to be delivery boy.
That one's not empty yet. It's almost empty. But I'm saying I'm gonna run out, and then this way I won't have to get up now. I love you.
We need fetching cats.
We do need fetching cats. This is why we need a dog. Dogs can like open the fridge and get you beers and stuff.
Here we go. Like that. What is it? Budweiser commercial? Here we go. But we need.
You've got to bean kitty me. That's a good one. Sorry, I missed that one earlier.
We need them to get drinks.
Dad jokes are totally safe. For chat, anyway. Does your foot still hurt?
No.
No. Your head hurts. Get an ice pack.
I got one.
You're gonna warm my pop up too much.
It's only sunburn.
I got bits in my cup.
Where's your cup?
Oh, it's right there. It's hard to see. Here.
Oh.
Ta-da! I'm not sure why it's see-through though. I don't know why it does that.
Well, aren't they typically a little bit cup things?
Well, no, the other ones I've seen were like frosted so that like you could see them. Mine's not frosted, it's see-through. I'm not sure how to change it. I'll have to go play with it or something. 1,000 beans all around. Some down. 99 beans all around. There you go. He's been trying to get attention.
Peppercorn?
Yes.
Does he come up here and nuzzle you?
He was attacking the chair with nuzzles.
Yeah, I hate when he goes after your elbows. Especially when you're trying to play a first-person shooter and he nudges your elbow when you're trying to shoot somebody. We're done. Looking out here with Jax. What the heck, man? Go back. Wow, you are toasty peppercorn. Holy crap. Oh, you got the heating pad on.
Yeah, I turned the heating pad on for him.
Stay there.
They like the heating pad. They stay longer when the heating pad's on.
Be happy again.
Okay. Got a nice spirally one now.
Man, too bad we still didn't have Chloe.
Oh my god. Chloe would have loved the camera. We had this one cat, Chloe, who's passed away now, unfortunately. But she loved cameras. If she thought she heard the sound of a camera, she would start posing. It was really weird. And we got her from the pound when she was already 8 years old. So I don't know if like her previous owner used to take pictures with her all the time or something. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21. But, you're red. stitch, 111 skeins. Oh, I follow bean on the wall, 99. Take it down. Throw it on the ice. Exactly, Grumpy Skittles. Then we get to chant, "Let's go Red Wings." How easy are decreases in crochet? Can increase, but clueless about decreasing. Decreasing, there's a couple different ways to do it. You can simply skip a stitch, and then go to the next one, and that makes a little hole in it. So it depends on what you're making. But you can do it if it's like part of the pattern to make it like you won't hardly notice it. And like these, obviously you can't do that because then you'll have holes in it and then beans will fall out. But let's see if I can show you on this real quick. You'd go through once and then go through the next one and then pull through all three. And then so you turn to 2 into 1. So that's how you decrease. But that's like how you increase, 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 make it the same size, and then decrease, decrease, decrease. But that's how you do it. So you grow it, make it all the same size for this part, and then you shrink it again. And that's how you make the round things. But no, it's not that hard. Decreasing is pretty easy. And there's actually a couple different types of decreasing techniques. You can probably look those up on YouTube or something. Because there's like the regular decrease, there's the invisible decrease. If you're using, like right now I'm just doing all single crochets. If you're using like double crochets, the rules are slightly different. You know, to make it the same like height. But yeah, the one where you just completely skip a stitch, that only works if you're working with flat, like a blanket, like flat blanket, or like a scarf, or like oh, whatchamacallit, pot holder. But like round things like this, you don't want to do that. You want to do where you go in the one, and then pull through both. You're basically cinching off a stitch. And you can do that with 3. So you can take 3, go through 1, go through 1, go through 1, and then cinch through all 3. So you take 3 and turn it down to 1. But you're not going to put the bean. Yeah, like I said, I normally use stuffing. Here, let me grab my stuffing. This is my my stuffing. This is what I normally put in all my stuffed animals, so it's squishy, you know, makes them soft. But you know, my octopi, I keep saying, anyway, my octopi specifically are meant to be thrown, so they need to have some heft to them. Otherwise, they won't go very far. Six, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 21. You know, and if you thought the spiral on the head looked cool, check out this leg. Isn't that neat? These legs are going to be so cool on this one. Oh, Peppercorn moved again. He always moves, like, not very far. He's just slightly off camera, but he's on the other side of my dresser, so you won't be able to see it. Is the heating pad too warm? Do I need to turn it down a notch, Peppercorn? Is that the problem? Here, I'll turn it down. Here, I'll just turn it off for now. How about that? Maybe he doesn't want it on the max setting. Maybe he only wants it on like 1 or 2. Oh, I suppose I should say my husband, by the way, his name is Shillanderkiss in chat, if you ever see him. That's his Twitch name. Okay, done with that one. I got a fresh one. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'll be streaming if you want to pop in when you're done. Bye for now. Click this for sale. You're fine, Grumpy. I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in again. Good luck on your stream. Okay, if I put another commission in, something that I'd like done before end of May if possible. Yeah, you can go ahead and put another commission in. And then I'll message you and we can talk about the details and stuff. Like I said, I don't currently have any commissions on the table, so you'll definitely be the first one on the list. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, so once we agree on everything and then the price and whatnot, I put the custom listing in Etsy and then you just buy the listing and then I'll start working on it. Unless it's like a blanket or something. Blankets take me a really long time. You know, there's like 40, 50 hours in some of those blankets. So if it's a blanket, no, it's not getting done before the end of May. No blanket. Okay, good. Yes, some of those items did take some time. I do like working on blankets. The last blanket I made was for my stepmom, and I don't know, there's just something special about blankets, and not just the making it, but giving it. Cause like my dad sent me a picture of her on the couch all wrapped up in her blanket, and there's just something special about people being wrapped up in a blanket that I made that it just gives me the warm fuzzies. I love making blankets for people, especially baby blankets, and then you get to see the baby all wrapped up in the blanket that you made. There's just something special about that. Oh, got the notification. Thank you. 3 little leggies. And 6, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21. I'm curious though, so I'm gonna peek at the. Pardon me, guys. I gotta peek at my phone real quick. Aw, yeah, I can probably do that. I've made a rhino, and I know a rhino's not a horse, but it's like the same shape. It's like a long body with legs. Uh, I've also made the unicorn horse, so that horse was a sit-down horse. So I guess it depends on if you want like the sit-down horse or you want the rhino that's like standing up. Yeah, just a horse with short legs. From a crochet point of view. But I actually do even have bells, because I bought bells to make a cat toy. So I do actually currently have bells, so I don't even have to go buy bells. That's exciting. Dude, when you're a crafter, you save everything, because you need everything sooner or later. I got felt, I got paint, I got keychains, I got like shells and 30 different kinds of buttons and plastic eyes and plastic noses and like hot glue gun. I have a Dremel now. 3 different kinds of paint. So the sitting down one, okay, I can make the sitting down one then. The sitting down one, it would be more stable as far as like to sit there, where the standing up one, um, might like roll over or whatever. So the if it's going to be on a mantelpiece, probably the sitting down one, just for the stability of it ain't gonna like roll over, especially over a fireplace. You don't want it falling uh into a fireplace. Then it would be bye bye horsey. His yarn is very flammable and it smells horrible when it burns, FYI. This has been a public service announcement. Yarn smells terrible when it's on fire. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21. Oh, she never uses fireplace anymore? Okay, there you go. Well, that's good then. We can't even light candles in this house anymore, man. So many freaking cats. We got 3 cats, and it doesn't seem like a lot of cats, but it feels like a lot when you're trying to walk in a straight line and there's a cat underneath your foot because he always wants attention, Peppercorn. And we have kind of a biggish house. We have a 4-bedroom house. 2 of the bedrooms are tiny, but still, 4-bedroom house. Like 2 of the bedrooms are so tiny, they're definitely child rooms. You could not put a full-size bed in, because I measured it. I could stand a bed in and then lay it down, but it would literally fill the entire width of the room. It's a very like skinny room. They're both 2 of the bedrooms are like that. They're very skinny bedrooms with tiny ass closets in them, which I don't feel like they could have originally even bedrooms, but I don't know. It's a really old house and bedrooms weren't big back in the day, so probably was a bedroom. My house was built in like the late 1800s. It was like 1891 or something like that my house was built. And there's some of the cool old original scroll work in like a couple of the rooms, but most of the rooms not. The old houses definitely have more personality. At the moment, I'd rather have a new house because I am sick of shit breaking. Oh my God. Everything breaks all the time when you have a really old house. Never ends. Never ever ends. I'll stop though before I start ranting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like my bathtub has a crack in it, so we can't use the bathtub. But the way the house is shaped, to get a new bathtub in there, I would have to tear out 2 walls to get a tub through here because the door goes like this, turns like this instantly, and then goes in there, and then that's the bathroom's in there. And there's no way I could fit a tub. So the only way that's getting fixed is if I turn it into a shower only, which sucks because I like taking baths. I mean, I can't take a bath now anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's annoying. I kind of want to sell the house, to be honest. 7, 8, 9, 10. 16, 17, 20, 21. I kind of want to sell the house and move into like a newer house that is slightly smaller. We don't have kids. We can't have kids. So I don't really need 4 bedrooms. We got this house thinking that we were going to have lots of kids. If you're in the neck of the woods, a tub outside. Yeah, no. I live in Michigan. The most I could hope for is like one of those hot tubs that go on your deck, which I wouldn't mind one of those because I love hot tubs. Um, but no, I don't live anywhere where I could take like an actual bath. I have neighbors, unfortunately. But my mother-in-law is currently selling her house. So once we get her house sold, get her new house, get her moved in, after we get all that settled, then we're gonna look into selling this house because we can't handle doing 2 at once. And since we bought this house, property values have gone up. So, I'm hoping we break even at the bare minimum. Uh, which would, be nice. Five, 6. My mother-in-law lives in the country, and my father-in-law passed away in January. Sorry. And she can't take care of all the acreage by herself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And what's funny is before he passed away suddenly and unexpectedly, but before that happened, she was actually trying to talk him into selling and moving into town anyway because they were getting older, and it was getting hard for both of them to take care of it, but they really can't, or she really can't take care of it by herself. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I've reached the point where uh, I'm almost like numb to it because I've talked about it so many times. Uh, he worked for the company I used to work at. So, like, everybody knew him. He'd worked there over 30 years. Uh, yeah, I know. And me and his mom get along great. Unfortunate that no one close to me has passed away yet. Yeah, it was really hard, and it was so unexpected that it was just a shock. Like, I felt like the first whole month I didn't believe it. Um, but she wants me to go house hunting with her because she says when she dies, we're going to get the house, and so she wants to pick a house that I like. I'm like, you can't pick a house that I want because we don't currently want the same things. So I mean, I guess you could keep us in mind if you have that in mind, but you can't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that because what I'm afraid happening is that she picks a house that she thinks I want, and it's not the kind of house or in the neighborhood or whatever that she wants. Like, you know what I mean? I'm afraid of that happening. 7. I think the closest I've ever had was Robin Williams. I couldn't believe. Oh my God, I know Robin Williams. We must be around the same age. 'Cause, oh man, I know. Uh, that hurt. It really did because you're 24. Oh, you're younger than me. I'm 33. Here, hold on. Oh, you're a lot younger than me. Now I feel old. Thanks a lot. Um, so you must have been on the next generation of Power Rangers, not the original Power Rangers, because the first Power Rangers came out when I was in 4th grade. I remember that very well because all of my cousins were into Power Rangers, all of them. I got 9 uncles, so I have a shit ton of cousins. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21. Was in middle school when you were born. I'm sorry. Yeah. I forget what I was talking about now. I'm just so taken aback the fact that you're 9 years younger than me. Blue's Clues, SpongeBob, Dragon Ball Z. Oh, SpongeBob and Blue's Clues were before my that's probably what it is my little sisters and all my younger cousins because they were into Blue's Clues, SpongeBob. I liked Dragon Ball Z. I did watch that. But I was also into anime in general in high school. I was older when Blue's Clues was out though. I think I might have already been in high school or maybe middle school when Blue's Clues was out, so it was definitely too young for me. "10 years younger than Adam or 10 years younger than me? Or less than 10 years? We're coming home from school and ran to the TV to turn on to watch DBZ. At my aunt's house. Oh yeah, I used to love DBZ. Oh, Robin Williams. That's God. I have a short attention span today. Uh, but yeah, Robin Williams did hurt. Um, 'Cause I just remember Aladdin and Mrs. Doubtfire and all the movies, so many movies I grew up with Robin Williams. Like I felt like I knew him, you know. Less than 10 years younger than me? Okay. Jumanji, yes. Watched Jumanji many, many times. What's his movie with Matt Damon? Oh God, I don't know. Oh. I know what movie you're talking about. Where Matt Damon's like a genius kid or something. Um, Crap. I can't think of the name of it. Good Will Hunting. Yes, Good Will Hunting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8. I really liked What Dreams May Come. Loved that movie. I don't think it was one of his like super famous ones, but I loved that movie so much. I say it was that I'm 10 years younger. Okay. Oh, it's What Dreams May Come is a reference to Hamlet, and Hamlet's soliloquy of when he's thinking about killing himself, and you know what comes after. Uh, so I don't think this is a spoiler, but he's dead for the vast majority of the movie, and he's in heaven. And it's just a very cool take on heaven and death and all that kind of stuff. Remember the AI movie? I never actually saw AI, where he's a teacher. Oh, Captain, my Captain. No, that is the Dead Poet Society. That's a good one too, though. Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, I love Robin Williams, Lauren. He's a fantastic actor. He was a great person. And even in the interviews he would do for, like late night and all those TV shows when he's promoting movies, um, he felt very honest, you know, and open and uh, was not afraid to say, yeah, I had a drinking problem. Yeah, I was an asshole. Was not afraid to talk about that sort of thing. Boom. Yeah. He did tons of good movies, and he did tons of movies where uh he talked about hard subjects but with humor and comedy to make it easier to talk about the subjects. Well, I cut those too short. Um like Jacob the Liar. Uh he's a Jew in a Holocaust, or during the Holocaust, in a concentration camp. And a very rough subject matter, but he does it in such a way that you can talk about it. It was called Jacob the Liar. Was the one where he's in the concentration camp. I haven't seen the Mrs. Doubtfire screen test. I'll definitely have to check that out. Oh, let me know. Ever seen The Boy in the Striped Pajamas? No, I haven't seen that. I've heard about it though. I've heard good things. Waterworks, the ending. Oh man, that might be why I haven't seen it then. um, I have a very tender cry button. I cry very easily. Uh, so if I know in advance it's going to be a tearjerker for normal people, sometimes I'll avoid the movie. Uh, because I don't feel like crying for 3 days. Like, oh, what was it? That popular dog, it was like Marley and Me? Was that it? It was a really popular dog movie that was out, and everyone's like, oh my God, bring the tissues. Like, well, I ain't going. I ain't going. You can't make me. You don't feel like being huddled against the wall for 24 hours? Exactly. I don't watch horror movies, and I tend to avoid sad movies. Movies that I know are going to be very sad. Like, I don't mind movies that have sad parts in them. Uh, but if they're like all sad throughout the entire movie, I can't handle it. Another Holocaust movie, which uh, is surprisingly humorous and I can only watch it because there's humor in it, is uh, Life is Beautiful. Oh my God. Wonderful, amazing, beautiful, fantastic movie. Uh, but again, very dark, hard subject matter, but they did it in a way that, I could watch it. As long as it makes you think in the end, yes. I like thinking in movies. I like movies that make me think. I love the mind bendy movies. Whenever people are like, "Man, the movie was really hard to understand. I didn't like the ending. It was very like twisty." I'm like, "Ooh, I'm listening." Oh, wrong one. Oh, excuse me. 2, 3, 4, 6. Remember when Doctor Strange came out, someone told us, yeah, it's really mind bendy. Like I had a hard time understanding it, and I was like, ooh, very excited. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we watched it, and then my husband says, it wasn't as mind bendy as you said it was going to be. I was like, you have to remember, our mind bendy tolerance is set higher than his is probably. Little Blue Box is hosting me with 16 viewers. Thank you, Little Blue Box, and welcome, Blues viewers. There's a movie where it like plays backwards. It's interesting. Oh, Memento. There's also, if you really like mind-bendy movies, Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And has a happy ending. Kind of. I don't know. It has a weird. I would call it a happy ending. It's debatable. Mostly happy. But yeah, it's played kind of in reverse. Or well, the end is in the front, and then it's like the middle and the beginning are mixed together, and then it's the end again. It's weird. It's good though. Multitasking is hard. Yes, I know. Sometimes it's hard to count and talk to chat. I know it is hard sometimes. Uh, I was just trying to think of other movies, like because I'm kind of anti-sad movie, especially when I'm already sad. I have depression, uh, and it's major depressive disorder and anxiety and PTSD. And um, when I'm having a rough go, I cannot watch anything new. Um, because I'm afraid of risking, you know, sad endings or scary endings. So I end up watching the same movies over and over again a lot. Like, I think I've watched The Princess Bride 1,000 times. Just because it's my go-to movie when I'm sad. You've never seen it? Oh my God. You have to see The Princess Bride. It's a class. It's a classic. It's funny. It's exciting. It never gets old. I've seen it a lot, and it never gets old to me. Apocalypse, hello, welcome. 1, 2, 3. Is that with Anne Hathaway? No. Older than Anne Hathaway. It's I want to say it came out in the 80s. Uh, I don't know the name of the actor, but the guy is the same guy that was Robin Hood Men in Tights. Anne Hathaway's Princess Diaries. Yes, I remember Anne Hathaway from Princess Diaries, but the Princess Bride is older than that. Yeah. The Princess and the Princess Bride was Jenny and Forrest Gump. Really? I didn't notice that. I've only seen Forrest Gump though like twice. Or well, once. Have I seen it all the way through? I've never seen it all the way through in one sitting. Now that you mention it. Because I've seen the beginning a bunch, but I've only seen the end like once. She's also the wife of Kevin Spacey's character in House of Cards on Netflix. Oh my God, I love Kevin Spacey. I haven't watched House of Cards though. I need to. I've been told multiple times it's good. Although it's a political drama, and I don't always do well with political dramas because they usually just make me angry. I love Kevin Spacey. If you're a fan of Kevin Spacey, you should watch K-Pax. Not enough. Every time I tell people they've never heard of that movie, it's a fabulous movie. I love that movie, and more people need to watch that movie. So everyone who hasn't seen K-Pax needs to go out and watch K-Pax and come back and tell me that you love it. I love that movie. That is good. Oh, yay, someone else has seen it. I've made my husband watch it. What's K-Pax? It's a movie with Kevin Spacey where he's in a nut house. And it's a fabulous movie. Absolutely fabulous. And then, you know, the mystery is he really crazy or is he really who he says he is? And the movie kind of tries to lean, you know, it tries to go both ways. Like, I think it tries to be one or the other. Is up there with playing characters Robin. Yes. The thing I like about Kevin Spacey is when I watch a movie with Kevin Spacey in it, I don't see Kevin Spacey. I see that character. There are actors, and the one that comes to mind the most is Nicolas Cage, where whatever movie Nick Cage is in, he's Nick Cage playing a character in a movie. Like, I can't not see Nick Cage. That's not the case with Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey's in a movie, it's that character, and then after the fact, you're like, oh yeah, it's Kevin Spacey. How freaking talented. Oh yeah, Usual Suspects. Yep. Or Harry Potter. Oh, Daniel Radcliffe. I don't think I've seen him in other stuff, so uh I can't really say for one way or the other on that one. Usual Suspects is another one I've never seen from beginning to end. Like I saw the end, unfortunately, first. Uh, and then later on I went back and watched the first half because the ending was so awesome. I wanted to see the first half. But you know, then the ending it would have been better if I would have just watched it from the beginning. But what happened is I came over when the movie was already in process at someone's house, so I didn't get to see the beginning, you know, and they weren't going to start the movie over again. I know, it sucked. 'Cause that's a movie. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Definitely would have been better beginning to end, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm sure. How many straight rows you do on that ball? Oh, I do 5 straight rows. When I'm making balls, my general rule of thumb is like how that was 3 and then and 2 for the fourth stitch. Whatever that is, so the fourth stitch, then I do 5 rows of the next one. So like if I did it all the way up to 6, then it would be 7 of the next one, is my general rule of thumb for making spheres. Yeah, 5 rows. 5 rows of the straight across. So is this a cal or something? I'm not sure what a cal is. C-A-L? Oh, a crochet along. No. Um, Grumpy Skittles is didn't know. I know I figured it. I figured it out. Uh, Grumpy Skittles didn't know what to make. Uh, so decided to try to make what I'm making. 3. 2. Mm, 2. Okay. Time to fill it with beans. Time for the bean jokes. You know when you trick a dog with a frisbee or bone? It reminds you done bean boozled me again. Uh, we were just talking about that with cats. Our cats don't do that. Like when we try throwing toys or um, tricking them with, we have a, or it's like a fishing pole thing, where it's like a stick and then they got the toy on the end or whatever. Uh, then anytime we try fake throwing it, our cats never fall for it. They're still looking at us like, "Are you stupid?" My one cat plays fetch, by the way. I suppose I should say that. And she has one toy she likes. She throw it, and she grabs it, drags it back, and then you throw it, and she drags it back. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. We got Loot Crate for my Christmas present last year, and one of the toys in the Loot Crate was a little stuffed animal face hugger from Alien. It's like yay big and yellow. Uh, and for some reason she got it in her head that it was her kitten. And so she kept taking it and putting it up to the food bowl, and then she'd take it and put it up to the water bowl, and then she'd take it to the bed with her, and she kept doing that. And I was like, oh my God, she thinks it's her kitten. And after like 2 or 3 days of this, then she starts crying because her kitten's not eating. And oh my God, it was like the most saddest meow you've ever heard in your life. I was like, oh my God, my cat thinks the yellow face hugger is her kitten. We've had other small stuffed animals, so I'm not sure why she specifically thought that one was hers. But it was very cute. Until it was sad, and then it was very sad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21. Although I am kind of getting done with the octopi here. Gonna have. Oh, of course, now I potentially have a commission, so maybe I'll start that tomorrow. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to think of something else. I haven't had an order in such a long time. I've been slowly building up stockpile of stuff for I'm having a craft show next month. Is it next month? No, it's July. Dang, it's 2 months away. Oh my gosh. Playing Cards Against Humanity with some friends, it makes me question life sometimes. Oh my god. I love Cards Against Humanity. Um, you know how there are blatantly racist cards in Cards Against Humanity? We had one friend who every single time, every single game, would get every single racist card. I kid you not.